Today on I Try, I'm going to try to fix a hose that keeps collapsing when we try to vacuum the pool out. I don't know if you can see it here, but there's little indents. What I want to try to do is find a way to replace this with something better. Alright, so a few things you're going to need is the male trap adapters. You won't need this part here, so I would just take these off because you're not going to need it. So you're just going to need these here, not these. You're going to need a 1.5 inch pipe. Right here I got a ball valve. I have some reducers, rubber reducers. Okay, it says 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch, but that might be a typo. I think this is a 1 1/4 to 1.5 inch. Then you got a 1.5 inch straight right here. You're gonna have to get a measuring tape to measure the distance of your pipe. I like to use some kind of soap to use to lubricate this so it slides on a lot better. You're gonna need some plumber's tape for the threads here. I have this 5/16, or you can use a screwdriver for this part right here. And then you're just going to use this adjustable. And that's pretty much all that I can think of. Oh, besides something to cut the pipe straight, I'm going to be using a miter saw to chop it, so it'll cut evenly with no problems. So let's start assembling this and put it at the pool. So let me start putting this together. The first thing I want to do is probably the hardest thing, is getting this to thread onto here. And of course you got to go in the right direction. That part's done. I'll just take it and screw it onto here. Get it? That's on there on that side. Should I do the same thing on the opposite? Okay, that's done. I'll put this on this end here. Tighten it down. So before you disconnect these, you want the water level to be down below this grade right here. So this way when you open it up, you don't have a flood of water pouring all over you. So I'll open this side up first. I'll put this here on this side. That should be good there. And I'll get some Dawn soap. Put some drops on this. Get some around here. Try to fit it on there. Yep, no, that went right on, no problem. Still, once again, making sure these face the outside. Just want to get this started here. Kind of length I need for this. This comes right up to here. And I can go right up to this edge right here. So I'll measure from there on the inside. Come over here, and it says about 22 1/4. So I'll just do 22 inches. That's plenty of pipe. Go from there to there. Mark my 22 inches. Good. All right. About there. All right. Nice straight pipe. Take that away. I'll unplug this for safety. Always be sure to wear glasses, goggles, whatever you want. Hand protection if you feel you need it. All right. So I'll do the same thing with this. Put a little soap on it. Don't need a lot. On the edge of it. That should be it. If there's any leaks, at least along these edges here, I can always tighten it down some more. But for the most part, this should be pretty good. I won't know until I start filling it, which I'm going to do right now. Put this hose in here. So I'm going to put this on center so it doesn't shoot out like if I had it on Jetstream or what's the other one? Full. Come out too fast, I put too much pressure on my well, and I can burn out the motor. So let's turn this on. This is what it looks like on center. Okay, it streams out. So I just put it in here, and now I just let it fill. Matter of fact, I'll wash the soap off my hands. All right. And that's it. I'll come back and let you see if this actually worked or not. I have this open, okay? Always, when it comes to systems like this, open always follows the line of the pipe, and close, of course, is always the X. All right, so still filling the pool up with water, and it's the next day. As you can see, it's way past that line of, come over here, of the pipes right here. So it's like right here somewhere. I don't know if you can see that, but so what I want to do now is turn on some pressure and see if anything leaks. Okay. Alright, there we go. Going through. So far I haven't seen any leaks yet, which is good because this pool really needs to be cleaned. And we weren't able to do it because of that issue we had. So far so good. I've seen no leaks. Alright. So it works. We unplug it, turn off the power. And the whole purpose of this, because the pipe kept collapsing in the middle, now because we have this here, one, we don't have to worry about collapsing when we block this, because what we were doing was taking this and blocking that side, but when we ran the vacuum over here, it would collapse the pipe. So now, all we have to do is turn off the valve over here like this, and we won't have that issue anymore. And then we just run the hose right there, as we normally would, and everything should be fine. Alright, so this setup didn't seem to work very well. I'm going to try, because everything runs off of this line here, I'm going to see if turning it around might actually improve the vacuuming. If not, what I'm going to have to do is remove this unit right here and just straight pipe from here to here with one of these, and then just use this on one end and then just use this part on the other end. That's all I can think of to do if that doesn't work. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cap both of these ends so I don't lose a lot of water. The water's nice and warm. So I cap that off. Take my screwdriver. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect from here. Go. I noticed that this rubber here already started to collapse inward in the pressure. Let's hope that ain't going to become a thing. Alright, I'm going to put it on wash and let's see what happens. That's it for now. See you next time on our try.